Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today I am going to raid in the top 100 with Costume Medea on every single one of those teams. I recently finished double limit breaking and adding masterclass emblems within the last week or so for her, and she has been a lot of fun to use in wards and in raids, and I want to feature how she can be used most effectively. Real quick, before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted when I drop new content. Before we get started, let's take a look at her stats real quick. So she has an extremely high attack stat at 1710 attack, 1490 shield, and 2733 health. Her ether power is special boost, so at the start of each battle, she's going to get plus 30% damage for 6 turns from her special skill. So that is obviously extremely useful for the amount of damage she is going to deal for the first 6 turns. And then she has the effects on special skill. She's going to have a 50% chance to perform the following actions when she casts her special: deals 80% damage to all enemies, and the caster gets plus 19% mana generation for 2 turns. And then she also, of course, has the resist insanity passive. This character has innate resistance against insanity, so that is extremely useful right now because we are in Ancient Terror War or Insanity War, so she's going to resist insanity whether it is from the war effect or if it is from an enemy casting insanity on her. She will never be able to go insane, so to speak. She is fighter class, so she will have a chance to revive if she receives a fatal attack. And without further ado, let's get into some of our raid battles. I am also only going to raid against standard V formations as well, so we can sort of emulate what a war battle would look like. In this first battle, we are going to go up against a Fergus tank team. I've got 3 yellows and 2 purples. Toon Domitia and Toon Leonidas should be able to resist the mana reduction and the mana generation ailment as well with their Toon passive. And then I've got Rosalind and Shimmer Scale, who will definitely resist the mana reduction, but not the mana reduction ailment. The Medea will not be able to resist either, but we are testing her out in this battle to see how she does. She's probably not the best option to go up against a Fergus tank team, but she does activate in 7 tiles, so if we can get her going before he does, then we might be able to hit him with that shifting mindless attack. He is a monk class, of course, who will have a 30% chance to resist that effect. Yeah, so he's a 30% chance to resist negative ailments. All right, so let's see how this first battle goes. They've also got Kolya, Rosalind, Astrid, and the new purple Astral Dwarf. We got a lot of blues to start off here. Unfortunately, I don't have any on my team this time. We are going to take this opportunity to do a big tile dump in the middle here, though, with those blues. I'm going to match these purples first. Give me some purples and yellows. Not too much. Okay. Now I am going to match this blue diamond, which will set off a little cascade with the yellows on the right. And we got some on the bottom. Very nice. And Fergus is about to go off already. All right. Gonna match these reds, set off a little cascade with the greens and some more yellows. Very nice. That's gonna give me all 3 of my yellows. And we got some purples also. Very good. Although Medea's gonna lose a lot of mana right now. So we're gonna use our yellows right now, of course, with Rosalind first. And then the purple Astral Dwarf on the right, I forget his name, Vard, is already at half health. So I'm gonna hit the 3 on the right over here with Shimmer Scale. Even though Rosalind's got the counterattack from her ether power, that's okay. Only 366 damage. And we might be able to kill Vard right now, actually. Although, they do have Astrid as a reviver. Usually I like to get rid of revivers first. So let's put the focus on Astrid over here. Actually, I'm going to wait another turn or two because Leonidas reduces the mana for who he hits also. I'm going to wait for her mana to get up a little bit higher. For now, let's match this purple over here. I'm going to move up the one from the bottom. Now I am going to match these reds up top. That'll set up so I can match some purples next turn and move up some other yellows. At this point right now, I am going to use my 2 specials that I have because I'm going to start matching more purples and yellows. So I'm going to use Leonidas first, and then Toon Demetra should actually be able to kill Astrid since she also does extra damage against purple. 1,798 attack damage with that special, and she's only single limit broken. I will take it. All right, now we're going to match these purples up top, which will set off a little cascade with the blues and move up to yellows, so I can move the tiles the next turn for 4 yellows. And actually, that's going to give me 2 others. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to ghost these yellow tiles on the right, because if I match the 4 yellows now, it's going to make it so that the... Actually, I got a cascade with 3 more yellow ghosted tiles. But I was going to say it's going to set off Fergus, which is going to give me the mana reduction, so I won't get the special. So let's do this. I'm going to hit them over here first so that I can kill the Astral Dwarf over here. I'm going to use Rosalind first, and then we're going to use Shimmer Scale. This should kill the Astral Dwarf. It did not. That's okay. I'm going to use the special from Leonidas now. Alright, so we've killed 2 enemies so far. I'm going to match the 4 yellows in the middle. This is going to make it so I can match the 3 yellows next turn. And maybe we'll get lucky with a purple underneath the 2 purples on the left. And we did not this time. Okay. My tile predicting skills are not as effective as normal, it appears. For now, I want to match these purples on the right here. And then I'm going to match the greens on the bottom, hoping we can get a purple. We did get a purple, not in the right spot, but that's okay because I can move it next turn. And Demetra is dead, but we should still be okay. Okay, now I'm going to try to use Medea against Fergus's main part, so he gets that shifting mindless attack. He is a monk class, so he's a 30% chance to resist that. This is actually the first time we're setting her off this battle because she keeps on getting reduced by Fergus's special. And he did not resist it. Awesome, cool. So that worked out nice. So now he's going to spread that to either Rosalind or Kolya next turn. But for now, I'm going to hit this yellow dragon, which will definitely give me Rosalind and maybe Shimmer Scale. Nope. Okay, that's okay. And Rosalind resisted it with her mana shield, but that's okay. So we're going to heal first, of course, with Rosalind. And now I'm going to... At this point right now, I'm going to match this 4 greens, which will go some blue tiles on the left, hoping we get some yellows and purples over there. We did get some purples. Okay, good. Perfect. Now we should be able to kill Fergus with Shimmer Scale, maybe. If not, then definitely with Leonidas. Okay. Well, it seems a little bit of a waste to kill Fergus with Leonidas, but I'm going to do it anyway because I don't want to chance him going off again. I don't really have a lot of purples and blues. I'm going to match the reds and blues in the middle next turn. So yellow could come and kill him, but I also don't want his Mega Minion to go back in effect. And we ended up getting a yellow anyway, but that's okay. And got a little bit more of a cascade. Very nice. This battle's looking pretty good. I'm going to use Rosalind first and then match these 3 yellows over here, which will give me both Shimmer Scale and Leonidas. And we're going to see if we can take out Kolya between these 2 specials. Hit this blue dragon to give a purple tile over there. Almost dead, and he is dead from the Mega Minion damage. Awesome. So now we just need to take out Rosalind. I'm just going to ghost tiles on the left over here and let my Mega Minions do their damage. I'm not going to use Rosalind right now. She has a full Mega Minion, and I don't need that extra 5% damage right now, or 5% damage reduction from her special. Just ghosting tiles over here, and this should do it with the damage from Medea and maybe the Mega Minions. Nah, Medea's going to kill her by herself with that 1,375 damage. All right, we are now 1 for 1 with Costume Medea, rating in the top 100, and that was against the Fergus tank team. In my opinion, he's one of the most, if not the most annoying tanks to go up against right now. This next match puts us up against a team that's ranked 6191, so we are going to reroll there, 3352, and now we've got an 82 ranked team, but I am only going up against standard V formations so that I can emulate war battles, and we have another Fergus tank team, so I am going to bring this same exact team. I don't have a lot of counters for Fergus. I have a couple other tunes that I could bring, but no healers that resist that mana reduction other than Rosalind, and I like to play 3-2, so we're going to stick with this team here. This is a 77-24 team power team we're going up against. I am going to start off with matching these 4 greens because Medea activates in 7 tiles, and when I can get a 4 purple match, it is extremely ideal so that I can get her activated in just 2 matches. I'd love to get her off before Fergus goes off. All right, I'm going to match these blues up top, which will set up a little cascade with some reds. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Medea off before Fergus, but we're going to try. Let's do this. I am going to match these yellows here against violet pots. I'm going to hit this green dragon in hopes that a purple comes up underneath the other 2 purples, and it did. Wow, but that's probably going to set off Fergus, and it did. Okay. Well, Medea's about to get her mana reduced. Probably should have done that last turn. Oh well. All right, let's hit these over here on the right, I think. Yeah, let's hit these over here on the right. I'm going to use Rosalind first, of course, and then Shimmer Scale. Violet Potts already has some damage that she's lost already. Now, I am going to match these yellows here against Fergus. I'm going to see if we can get rid of this Mega Minion from Violet Potts. She has a full Mega Minion. Alright, that Mega Minion is gone with the hit from Leonidas, who does more damage against Dark. Very good. Now, I'm going to hit this Purple Dragon over here. I think this is going to give me Domitia's special. And it does. Very good. Although, everybody's getting healed right now from Rosalind. This is going to be a tough battle to come back from here. I really need to do some serious damage against Fergus, because his mana reduction is going to continue to annihilate me. $13.47 damage from Domitia. Okay. I'm going to move up these greens so that I can match the yellows next turn. And I'm going to hit the 3 on the right here, so that 1 on the right doesn't get stuck out there in no man's land. Now I'm going to max these blues up the middle, hoping we can get a yellow in the middle. We got one, just not exactly where I want it to be, but that's okay. Fergus is about to go off again. I need to match these 3 yellows in hopes that it kills him or does enough damage that a Mega Minion from Shimmer or Rosalind kills him. And nothing got hit. Okay. Domitia's probably going to be dead right now. She evaded it, but Leonidas is dead. And now Domitia is dead. Medea is almost dead. Nope, just kidding. Medea is dead from the Mega Minions. Okay, let's use Rosalind first, and I'm going to use Shimmer Scale on the 3 on the right over here. And Violet Potts is almost dead, but not quite. Let's see what type of damage we can do with these 3 purples on Fergus. Now these 2 purples, which will set up a cascade with 2 yellows underneath, and purples, and he's still not dead. Man, Fergus is a monster. I'm running out of options over here. I really need one of these Mega Minions to hit Fergus. He has 187 health left. So here's to hoping that no cascades come and Rosalind does not heal people, and that one of these Mega Minions hits Fergus. It did, but I've only got one Mega Minion. Of course, it's the weaker one. And I've got no Mega Minions. Okay, well, let's do this. Fergus has now 47 health, and I have no Mega Minion, and he does not have the bleed damage from Shimmer Scale's Mega Minion anymore, so we need to get lucky with a Cascade. I don't know if anything's going to happen, but this is where it would happen if it did. And we did not get the right colors, unfortunately. Fergus's Mega Minion is back at full health, and Rosalind is healing everybody, and this battle is pretty much all but over. Let's see if we can do anything here. We could get a Cascade of yellows. All those Mega Minions are definitely going to be killing Rosalind right about now. Yep, okay. Didn't go how I was planning or hoping for. We are now 1 for 2. Costume Medea is definitely not an ideal hero to bring up against Fergus because she does not resist the instant mana reduction, and she also cannot resist the mana reduction ailment. So that is definitely becoming a little bit of a hindrance against these Fergus tank teams. I was lucky to win that first one. We've already gone up against 2 Fergus tank teams, so I'm going to try to find teams that do not have a Fergus tank in the standard V formation. And of course, we get matched up with another Fergus tank team in the standard V. Not in the top 100. Not in the top 100. Reverse V. Another Fergus tank team. If we get anything that's close to top 100, then I'll probably attack it. We have a Rothgar top 100 tank team in a standard V. This is perfect, although Rothgar does have that same effect, but I don't feel like he's as tough to take down as Fergus. So we are going to go up against this team with the same team because I need the ability to resist that instant mana reduction from Rothgar as well. I'm going to first match these 4 reds in the middle so I can match some purples next turn. Now I'm going to match these purples on the left over here first. Going to match these yellows against Dueler. Really do not know how to pronounce their name, but I feel like I get closer and closer every time. Set up a little cascade with these greens here. And Rothgar is going off. It's okay. I'm going to hit these 2 dragons. That's going to set up a little cascade so the yellows get matched up next turn. And some purples. All right. Now, I need to get some specials off here. Rothgar and Dueler are about to go off again. I'm going to match these blues here, which will set off a little cascade with some blues underneath, and I can match the yellows next turn, although we got a cascade and killed Rothgar. That was awesome. We're going to have all of our specials now, and Dueler almost died also. That was awesome. Okay. Now, we're going to heal first with Rosalind, and I really would love to get rid of Astrid. There is an effect on everybody where they are immune to new status ailments. So the effect from Costume Medea is not going to work out. So what I would like to do here is hit Astrid with Toon Domitia. And hit Dueler with Leonidas. So I'm matching the heroes that give extra damage to the opposite color, and Dueler is dead. That's perfect. Now, let's get this Mega Minion from Shimmer Scale activated. I think I'm going to be able to... Actually, Domitia... I forgot. Domitia has a Dispel. She dispelled the effect on both Astrid and Kolya. That's perfect. Okay, let's do this. I am going to hit Astrid with the main part of... Actually, no. Let's hit Kolya with the main part of Medea for that shifting mindless attack, because he is definitely going to be going off over the next couple turns, and I don't think Astrid is probably going to. And we're probably going to be able to get Medea's special again anyway before Astrid goes off, because I've got some tiles that I can ghost. Now I'm going to match these 3 purples over here. And that's going to give me Medea again. Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. And more purples as a cascade. I will take it. Now, let's kill Astrid with Domitia. And now I'm going to hit the yellow dragon here. Actually, no, I don't want to hit the yellow dragon. I want to see if we can get that to move to Isidore for the shifting mindless attack. So I'm going to hit these 3 greens on the left here since Colia has a couple hundred damage or health left. And Mega Minions killed him anyway. I guess it didn't matter. Okay. Well, we can hit Isidore with Medea right now anyway. And this battle should be over very quickly. Now that I've got some more specials here. And between Shimmer Scale and Leonidas, Isidore should definitely be dead. Awesome. We are now 2 for 3 with Costume Medea. And we are going to get matched up next against a 69th ranked team, but not in a standard V. Another Fergus tank team outside the 100, though. 39th, but not standard V. Outside top 100, 165, 50, 55, 26, not in a standard V. 206 with Fergus, 73 reverse V, 26, 28, 234, 73 reverse V, reverse or double tank, 671, 54, but not a V, 162, 15, but not a V, reverse V, 41 with Fergus, so we're going to skip this one, 67 with Fergus. You can see Fergus tanks are everywhere, so if you have Fergus, you should definitely have him at tank in war if you can, depending on the war type. Reverse V. I'd probably say Equalizer is probably one of the main ones you would not want to use him in. 106 with Fergus, 40 with Fergus. Fergus is everywhere. 4802, 39 with Fergus. Not a V. 45 with Fergus again. I'm losing a lot of food. Come on, Empires and Puzzles. 61 with Fergus, 71 with Fergus, 374 with Grimsteel. Okay, I think this is going to have to be close enough for one of these last 3 flags. That way I am not re-rolling 100 times to find the right opponent. I'm going to put together a different team slightly, and then I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to bring 3 greens with Funkestein, Mina, and Spartoy, along with Costume Medea, of course, and Costume Dia-chan against this Grimsteel tank team. They've also got Lemonwood, Mina, Hather, and Shimmer Scale. I do have a very strong team here, so this battle shouldn't be too difficult, but we do want to highlight a Costume Medea with that shifting mindless attack. Again, she is going to activate in 7 tiles for that first charge. Her second charge of that Changing Tides mana speed that she has activates in 9 tiles for me because of the costume bonus that she has. So I'm going to move one of these purple tiles over so I can match 4 purples next turn, and we're going to have a diamond also to match as well. So obviously I'm going to take this 5 purple match for the diamond first, and then I'm going to match these 4 purples right now. That way we get a little bit of an extra purple in there. And we are going to use Dia-chan first, and then I'm going to use Costume Medea against Grimsteel. You want to try to use Costume Medea for the main target for heroes that are not either clerics or monks, because they're going to have a chance to resist it, but Grimsteel will not have a chance to resist it. So he has that shifting mindless attack, and right now I've got exactly 9 purple tiles on the board right now, so we are going to hit this purple diamond. And that's going to give Medea her special back again. And Grimsteel is going to shift that over to Shimmer Scale. So now he's got that shifting mindless attack. And I'm going to use Dia-chan first right now. And we're going to see if we can do some damage over here on the right. So that hopefully Lemonwood maybe dies. He did not. He actually didn't even get any damage. He dodged it. Great. Okay. Well, I'm going to use some green tiles over here on the left, and that's going to cascade the yellows into Shimmer Scale. Maybe that'll set them off or get close to, very close, probably next turn or the turn after. And we're going to have another purple diamond that we can match this turn. I just realized I will take that. And I am hoping that Shimmer Scale shifts that over to Hather. Nope. It actually stayed on himself, but that's okay. So Grimsteel and Mina still have that decreased healing from the effect from Medea. That's one of the other parts of her special, is that the target gets 45% decreased healing for 3 turns for the first charge and 85% decreased healing for 4 turns on the second charge. So that worked out nicely. I only need 1 more tile for Medea and I think 2 for Diachan, so I'm just going to match the 2 purples down here on the bottom. That should kill Grimsteel as well. Oh, just kidding, we're blinded, so it didn't, but the minions killed him, so that worked out okay. I'll take it. And I am no longer blinded, so we're going to use Diachan first. And then Hather is a sorcerer, so we can use the Shifting Mindless on Hather. So now both Shimmer Scale and Hather have that effect. Very nice. If I match the purple diamond, that's only going to give me 7 purple tiles because I have 6 on the board, and 1 of them would get ghosted. So we're going to see if we can get 1 or 2 more up the middle. We did get 1, so that's going to give me my 9. So I've only got 7 purple tiles, but 2 of them are going to get ghosted. So we will get 9 purple tiles, which will give me Medea and, of course, Diachan as well. Hather still has the effect from the Shifting Mindless attack, so I'm not going to hit her. We're going to hit the 2 over here on the right. And we're going to match some tiles over here. Send it over to Shimmer Scale. And she did send it over to Shimmer Scale, and it went back to her, actually. All right, that was kind of cool. All right, let's do this. I'm going to match the 4 purples on the bottom right. That's going to probably kill Lemonwood. Actually, it missed again, but we got the minions to kill him. And let's just put this battle away and kill everybody with Medea. Very nice. That was a fun battle, watching the Shifting Mindless attack go around and around. For our next battle, we're going to get pinned up against another Fergus tank team, so we are re-rolling. 741, 2171, 5577, 709, 57 with Fergus, 150 with Beernet. So this is close enough to the top 100 that I am going to attack this team. They've also got Salnus, Quarry, Armand, Moncharmin, and Region. So I'm going to put together a different team for this, and I will be back in a moment. We're going to use Isidore, Pepperflame, and Damon, along with Medea and Costume Diachan. Damon and Medea will both be able to counter Beernet's effect with her paintings. So let's see how this 5th flag goes. Right now we are 3-1 so far, rating in the top 100. All right, we got a decent amount of tiles here. I'm going to start off with the purples here on the right. Now remember, Medea activates in 7 tiles. I would really like to get a 4 match if I can. I think what I want to do right now is match the greens on the left over here. The easy match would be to take the 3 purples and 3 reds that match together in the middle, but I really want to see if I can set up a 4 match of purples. Or try to get some other reds on the board here, and then I'm going to match the yellows next turn. And hoping we can get a red underneath that so I can get another red match. Not exactly where I wanted it, but that will do. I am now going to match these 3 blues on the top left so I can match some more reds. And we're going to match the 3 reds on the top left now. I am now going to match the purples on the bottom here, and then I'm going to match the reds on the left next turn. I'm trying to stay away from Beernet if we can, because she is too close to going off for my comfort. And Dia-chan is dead with that hit from Quarry. Wow. And so is Damon. That was a lot of damage. And now I cannot use Damon against Beernet. Cool. I think these 3 purples are probably going to set off Beernet, and they did not. Wow, that was really close. So we actually still can use Beernet against, Medea against Beernet. Wow, I was not expecting that, to be honest. Okay. If we somehow come out with a win in this, I am going to be astounded, honestly. Okay, I'm going to match these blues, which is going to set off a little cascade with the purples, and we got another purple underneath. That worked out great. Send it to Moncharmin. Actually, she sent it to herself. Okay. Could be worse. I'm going to hit this purple dragon, which should give me Pepper Flame, and I'm hoping that the silence goes away, and it did. Okay, good. Now let's use this against... Pepper Flame just died from some sort of after effect after the end of the turn. That was not ideal. If that was Beernet's minion, I'm going to go back afterwards and see. But if that was Beernet's minion that killed Pepper Flame, I'm going to be really annoyed. All right. Well, let's match these 3 reds right here. Maybe we'll get lucky with some more reds underneath. Not quite. All right. These 3 purples should set off Medea. Hopefully she does not go to sleep. And she is definitely going to be asleep. All right. Well, let's see if we can tile dump and maybe get lucky. Beernet's going to go off and set off the paintings. And this battle is pretty much over. And we are definitely over now. We are now 3 for 5 with costume Medea teams. All right, one more match. Ranked 1033, 5145, 112, but not a V. 1808, 124 with Fergus, 66 with Grimsteel, and this is a 7684 team, so this could definitely do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch up a team, probably to the one I went up against Grimsteel last time, because I like using Fungustine against Grimsteel, because he gives all allies that sticky growth or sticky surface to be able to steal growth effects. So I'm going to switch to that team, and I will be back in a moment. All right, so I do have my team with Fungustine, Mina, and Sparktoy, and then I've got Costume Medea and Costume Dia-chan as well. So we're going to go up against this Grimsteel tank team. They do have Beernet, Whitefang, Gander, and Ott. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change Sparktoy to Starlass so that I can have another mana-affecting hero. One moment. All right, now we are good to go against this Grimsteel tank team. All right, lots of greens to start. I like that. We can actually get 9 greens in just a few turns. So we are going to first match the greens up top over here, which is going to give me a 4 match of purples on the left also. That is great. Now let's match these 3 greens on the left. And now we're going to match these 3 greens on the right. And that's going to give me Fungustine and Mina. Starlass will still need 1 more tile, or maybe 2. I think 1 more tile, actually. All right, so let's do this. I'm more concerned about everybody on the left over here. Whitefang with that Everlasting Frost. And then, of course, Beernet with the paintings that I do not want to see. So we're going to attack the main part of Mina here. And I'm going to use Fungustine as well. Now I'm going to match these blues in the middle, which will set off a little cascade with the reds. And I got some purples also, which is going to give me both Costume Dia-chan and Costume Medea. Grimsteel is going to go off, which is not ideal. But I do have that sticky surface to be able to steal some growth effects. And Mina actually got something, and so did Medea. That's great. And it was the attack growth for Medea and the defense growth for Mina. Now, I think I want to hit Whitefang with the main part of Medea, because that's going to give the shifting mindless attack. I know Medea is a hit 3 if you hit somebody that has 2 nearby allies, but Whitefang has the special already, and he's a ranger, so this will definitely work on him. Now I'm going to match 3 red tiles against White Fang since he's already got the special anyway. That doesn't matter. And shift it over to Gander. I don't really have any tiles I can match up against Gander, unfortunately, on that right side. So what I'm going to do now is match this yellow dragon with the 3 yellow tiles on the left also. See if I can get some more purples or greens. Not quite, but that's okay. Actually, I'm going to hit this blue dragon next, hoping that we get another green underneath. And we did get a couple. Okay, that will do. I'm going to match these 3 greens in the middle. I could match the 3 greens on like the top left area, but if a purple hits that on the top and cascades against Beernet, that's going to set her off, and I do not want to see that. This is going to make it so that a cascade should not set off Beernet. Okay, good. And I can use Starlass against her over there. Actually, let's use Starlass against these 3 in the middle. That way Gander gets affected by this also. Now, I am going to match these 3 blues so that I can match some greens and some purples next turn. I'm going to do the greens first, hoping that this does enough damage to kill Grimsteel. Not quite. Okay. Alright, Fungustine did get over 25% damage. That's why he has that Mega Minion. I'm going to hit Grimsteel, I think, with the main part of... No, I'm going to hit Beernet with the main part of Mina. And then I think we might be able to kill Fungustine, or Grimsteel, I mean, anyway, with the 3 purples right here. And we were able to. Good. Now, I am going to set off Costume Dia-chan so I can heal. I really would like to get some purples so that I can use Costume Medea. I don't think the 1 purple on the top left is going to be enough to set her off, but we are going to try. And it is just barely not enough. I didn't think it was going to be. Now I'm going to match this yellow diamond. But I think I want to move 1 tile over to the right on the bottom. That's going to make it so that the cascade sets off with some reds. Really hoping we get some more purples. That was really close. By that 1 purple had come up higher, 1 more, than I would have gotten Costume Medea. But actually, we're going to be able to set her off before Beernet goes off anyway. That is awesome. Okay, that worked out great, actually. All right. Let's use Costume Medea on Beernet, of course. That way she gets that Shifting Mindless attack. And then we are going to match these 3 greens against her. Really hoping she sends the Shifting Mindless attack to Gander. That would be awesome. And she did send it to Gander. And Gander just sent it to Ott, who also has a special. This is... I don't even know what is going on with this predicting of moves and tiles and stuff like that. I record these videos live as I'm doing the attacks. I don't voice over attacks afterwards. That is way too much time, but I will take it. We're going to match these 3 blues so that I can go some green tiles next turn. And we ended up getting a cascade with some purples so that I can heal again and get some more minions from Dia-chan. This is working out great. We should be able to kill Gander right now. Close. Oh, actually, these 3 greens from the cascade will kill her. Very good. Now, after White Fang goes off, I am going to use the main part of Mina on Beernet and use Starlass over there and see what kind of damage we can do with these 3 green tiles. And we killed both White Fang and Beernet. That was awesome. Okay. So this has been a really fun battle. I feel like this has been probably the battle the most that I've been able to display Costume Medea's Shifting Mindless attack, and this should kill Ott. If not, these purple tiles will, and her attack did kill Ott. But I was really happy with how that battle went. I do feel like Costume Medea works best when you are going up against a tank that is not somebody like Fergus, who is a monk who can resist her shifting mindless attack, and with his instant mana reduction if he is able to go off first before her. So that battle worked out really nicely. We are now 4 for 6 with our costume Medea teams rating in the top 100. Pretty happy with how all of that worked out, and personally I feel like I actually learned quite a bit with what teams she would be most useful at going up against. Hopefully you all learned something about her as well, but that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button, make sure you sub to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.